Hi, welcome back. So in today's video, I am going to cover the important tools and tips for League Start, and this includes like beginners that are trying out Power of Exile. I think these are actually very important stuffs. So yeah, in today's content, firstly I want to cover all of the tools that you should use to help you kickstart your League faster and easier, and tools referring to applications or even websites. I will cover most of the important, or I would rather say the useful ones. And secondly, I will cover how you should be farming to make currency, and this will only apply to Carrion Golem builds because there's just a lot of ways to make currency, and I want to focus on Carrion Golem for now first. And the last part will be working towards whether to give you a brief explanation on whether you should start Lowlife or CI build. Okay, so for the first important tool to use, I think this is mandatory. Everybody is using this. It's the Path of Building community fork. It's a must for everybody. It literally helps you build your character. You are also able to check other people's builds and guides. It is probably the best tool to theory test a build if you want to try it. I mean, you can even make your own builds and try it out and test how will the numbers go inside first. And overall, it gives you a very detailed stats and numbers to your build. Like we're talking about your maximum life, your maximum number of as in maximum mana, energy shield, DPS per second, whether it includes impale or not, example, and stuff like that. Okay, so here I have the Path of Building community fork. I'm just going to briefly show you what it does. It basically shows you an entire list of what you have saved, the builds. I'm just going to click one randomly, and yeah, from here you can actually import your character inside POE. This is also applicable, and you can import the paste bins that other players provide. It actually imports directly all their items, skills, and 3 points to here. And yeah, for the tree, you can see it literally has everything, so you can build it up. You can go anywhere you want by just clicking it. It's just simple. There's a lot of trial and error involved over here. So yeah, and here you can also build up the skills. Like let's say for example, if I were to click my Carrion Golem, you can see here is a 6 link. I just literally build up all my jewels here. Yeah, whether you want it at level 20 or not, or you want your current level or in the quality, it has everything here. And also for the items, you can see it provides a very detailed as well as very detailed explanation of every single item, including jewels as well. And you can even craft them over here. Like example, if let's say I want to craft a body armor of Astral Plate example, yeah, you can see you have 3 prefix and 3 suffix, and they will prompt if you want an influence on it or not. And yeah, every single mod will be here. There is none that is left out. Path of Building has been used for many years already. So yeah, the items will show greatly over here. You can adjust the numbers as well, and over here you can see the calculation of every single stat. So example, if I want to show my Carrion Golem over here, you can see I actually have 643,000 DPS. And if you were to click, if you were to highlight this portion, example, this total increase, it literally shows you every single node or the initial increment where it comes from. Yeah, you can see the nodes that you take, 3 for this point. Yeah, it shows a lot of things, like there's skills as well, trees, be it your class tree or your passive skill tree or your jewels. It shows you everything and everywhere. Okay, so the next tool to be used is the Chaos Recipe Enhancer. It is basically tool that allows you to vendor your chaos recipe items very fast and easy. It is usually only used for like day 1, 2 and 3. It basically helps you boost your currency to farm up your mandatory items and kickstart. Otherwise you'll be running on like clean white or even magic items. I don't know, it's very hard. And yeah, literally is faster and easier. You just pick it up, put it in your stash, fetch the layout from the application and just sell to the vendor. So this for this tool, you only stop using it once you have sufficient currency to kickstart, and you will probably stop using it after or once you are running yellow tier maps, because there's a level limit also. For chaos recipe is for level 60 to 74 onwards. In short, since as in Act 9 onwards, you can already start picking up all the rare items. So yeah, as you can see here, I have actually screenshot example for you. What you basically need to do here is type in your account name, and you need to find your POE session ID. For this, I will link in the description on how to find it, and then what league you are on. Please select the chaos orb recipe and fill greedy mode. Full set threshold, this is to show you how many at one shot you can showcase the amount of chaos recipe that you can vendor to. And yeah, there's actually two settings over here. I would just prefer to use prefix, where prefix is you just need to type in the stash tab that you are going to take out from. For me, example, my stash tab is named as big stash, so they will actually allocate this thing and they will take all the data from this tab that is called big stash. Yeah, and just do your hotkeys. One is to overlay it, one is for fetching the items, which basically means they are taking the data from that particular tab. And the stash tab, the toggle stash tab, is basically to show you the layout that you need to click or take out from. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to use the chaos recipe enhancer tool once you have set it up. So like you can see, I have a quad stash tab over here. I literally just did one for example to show you guys. And yeah, after what I was in sorry, once you have set it up, you just need to press F1 to run the overlay, and this shows you individually how many items you have in the tab. But yeah, I haven't run it, so now it's all 0. And F2 will be to run the tab. As you can see, I will have 1 glove, 1 boots, 1 hat, 1 body armor, 2 weapons, 2 rings, 1 amulet and 1 belt, which is literally whatever that's in this tab. Okay, so once you're done with it, once you have filled this tab up, you should just run it, F2, and then F3 will be to overlay. You can see that it actually highlights in red color, which means you have to pick this up. So literally pick up, and then there you should see it goes to the next one, and then to the next one, and yeah, just pick all of the items that they highlight for you. So once this is the last item, you see there will be a sound, and yeah, this is your first 2 chaos. Very easy. So literally sell it, just dump it everything inside, and there you go, 2 chaos. Easy. Okay, so lastly, for the chaos recipe enhancer, please do take note that the website that I link has actually lots of files, and it's written here for the installation, do not download the whole GitHub repository, since it may include new experimental features. Then there will be this download the setup.msi here. Literally click that, set it up, and you are good to go. Okay, so for the next tool, it will be the Awaken POE trait. I think this is also another mandatory tool for everybody. It actually provides you details on how much a particular item is selling based on the POE trait website. So the reason you should always use this is because sometimes we pick up uniques or maps that we do not know how much they are worth. So this tool actually does the job for you fast and easy. Like, come on, POE has tons of unique item. I believe your brain cannot pick up those information and store it in all at one shot. I mean, like those very common items we should probably know, but there are actually a lot of stuffs in the game that we still do not know. Like, even for me at this point of time, probably let's say Calm's Heart, one of the body armors is actually selling at 60 chaos, but I do not know, and I just vendor it away. So yeah, there goes my 60 chaos. I wouldn't know. So yeah, this tool actually does the job for you. And yeah, you can see I provided a screenshot for you here. What you are going to do is just put your mouse over to the item, and here to press check you can just press Ctrl Alternate D, and when you do that you can see this circle, it actually pops up this thing. Okay, so I'm going to just give another one more time of a run through on how you should do it. Basically, hover your mouse over it, example for the tabula rasa, and just Ctrl Alternate D. You can see the list comes out, and here it shows the tabula rasa on the average is about 12 chaos now, and this will be the cheapest price on POE trade. But I assume, I'm not sure, they are probably trollers or just people that just wants to put it in their stash tab or something like that. Yeah, so you can even see how long they have listed it a while ago, and yeah, that's about it. And you can even see other items. So for example, if I were to show my coal iron point on my inventory itself, you can see it shows here minimum of 30 chaos and listed how long ago. So yeah, literally anything, you can just point to anything and that's Ctrl Alternate Delete, and yeah, it shows you everything, how much is it, even currencies and stuff. But yeah, the only bad thing about this is there is a cooldown if you spam too much, so just be careful with that. Okay, so for the next part, on to the websites that you should refer to. The first one will be the Craft of Exile. So Craft of Exile actually provides you a list of crafting prefix and suffix. Basically a particular item that whatever prefix and suffix it can get. And it also shows you the chances of crafting that particular prefix or suffix. Like you can see over here, for this portion I actually extract the data for the cluster jewels or minion damage. So yeah, as you can see, Feasting Fiends has about a 9.6% probability to get it. Race and Pillage probably 1.8%. Renewal is 4.8, Rotten Claws is 4.8, and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is actually very interesting. And there's another portion I can't show you over here, I will show it later. You can even try to simulate a crafting item from the emulator. Okay, so I'm going to just do a quick showcase on the emulator. Basically head over to Craft of Exile and click this emulator tab, and after it's up, you can create an item. Let's say we want to create a body armor, okay, a strength body armor. So you just click this, pick your body armor, let's say astral plate example, choose whether you want an influence or not. For now I'm just going to click no, and you gotta select the item level. Example, I'm going to click 84 and just proceed. So this is what you will see. So yeah, it literally helps you RNG progresses that you can try and error first. So example, if I want to make this a rare, I will just take the alchemy orb over here, left click it, and left click it over here again. you see it instantly becomes a rare, and it shows you what stats you will get at this point. So example, if you want to try your luck to see whether you can get a particular set of prefix or suffix, example for chaos orb, just left click the chaos orb and click. Yeah, it will literally change the next stat. So you can just keep clicking, and it will show you over here is highlighted on the prefix and even the suffix. It's highlighted here to show you what you are actually getting. Like for example, over here you can see I get 106 life, so it's highlighted under here maximum life, and also here armor and maximum life over here, the first line. Yeah, there are actually a lot of things that you can play around with. You can even put in the exalt to see you can augment one of the mods. There are also lots of things you can do here. See, you can enchant a rare item with a new Crusader modifier. I suppose this is the Crusader Exalt Orb. Yeah, there are many things. You can even use the Awaken Orb, Val Orb, Fossil Crafting, Harvest, Beast Crafting even. Yeah, there are lots of things that you can try and ever over here. Okay, so for the next portion, I'm going to talk about the POE trade website. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier. This is definitely your number one on the list. It's the official website for trading items with other players on softcore. I don't think this needs any explanation. Just dive into the website and have a look at it. It is very self-explanatory. Okay, and the next one will be the POE profit website. So if I remember correctly, this is actually done by one of the streamer called Grimroll. Yeah, it actually shows you the current market economy, basically the cost to buy an item and the revenue you can make out of it. So example, if you can see this screenshot over here, let's example say for the Maven, it costs you 68 chaos to participate in killing the Maven, and the average revenue you will get will be 142 chaos. So basically you will profit estimated of 109% from it, and the actual profit in terms of chaos will be 74.7 chaos. Yeah, and if you were to go in depth and click the Maven, it literally shows you every single thing you can get from the Maven and how much does it cost. So example, you can see Maven's Orb, it costs 166 chaos. Like wow, you pay 68 chaos to do the Maven and you get something that is more than double the cost. Guys, definitely value, definitely profit. Yeah, even this doppelganger guys, it costs 167. Like yes, there will be items that is pathetic, or the least I would say, like this Alicia's Delight or Graven's Secret, but come on, you don't expect every single run to drop this kind of high tier items that sells for a lot. This is just on an average, so you gotta keep doing them, and when you see them, that's where your profit comes. Okay, so for the next one, I think this is the last one. I'm gonna talk about POE Ninja. POE Ninja actually shows you all of the items in general, how much they are worth in the current market, and it also shows you builds by other players. Is something that you is good to reference from. So I'll start off with the current market situation first. Example, I took a screenshot of this for currency. You can see example the Mirror of Kalandra. It costs 12.7k chaos. Yeah, and you can see the rest of them like Hunter's Exalted Orb. Now it costs 277 chaos, and yeah, so on and so forth. Okay, so for the builds in POE Ninja, I'm just going to give you a very fast run through You can see this is the list and their website. On the left there's lots of filters. So let's say example you would like to look a build that has Cyclone. I'm going to click on Cyclone. It will basically filter all the Cyclone builds, and over here you can see the different list of classes. Basically it means that 21% of the players that are playing Cyclone are Slayers. So let's just say example, if you would like to look into Slayer Cyclone, you can just click on this Slayer. It will help you to filter down all the Slayers that are playing Cyclone at this point of time. Yeah, and these are the supports that can help it also. So you can see Impale support, Brutality support, so on and so forth. And yeah, you can just click anybody. Example, I click the top person, and yeah, it literally shows you here the items that they are wearing, their stats here, and jewels, and even passive skill tree. It is very detailed actually. Yeah, you see even 6-link, what are they using? You can even export this to path of building. There's the code here. You can just copy here, take a new one, import, and just paste the code over here. Yep, there you go. This is literally that guy's build that I have seen. Everything is here, skill, item, yeah, calculations, everything. Okay, so the next portion I want to talk about is what to farm for Carrion Golem builds. So basically there are 3 things to farm. First will be the Shaper, which actually just buy the Guardian maps, run them, get their fragments, and then once you have defeated all 4, run the Maven invitation of the form. The form is only applicable if you kill all 4 of the different guardians, and then proceed to running the Shaper. We literally kill the Shaper. So killing the Shaper will have a chance for you to get Starforge, which is pretty rare, but yeah, this is one of the profitable ones. Dying Sun, the Flask, it has a higher chance of dropping, and there's a guaranteed fragment of shape or knowledge. So basically you sell this for profit. Yeah, and for Maven's run, just buy the fragment, or you can just buy the Maven's read and run them, and you will get profitable items like Maven Orbs, the item Doppelganger Guys, and Verdi's Veil. So you might not see results straight away from the Maven. You will probably need to run a few times. Do not expect results immediately for this. And the last will be Elder. Run all the Elder Guardian maps and get their fragments, and literally run the Maven invitation, the Twisted, not the form. The Twisted is for Elder Guardians. And then yeah, run Elder and kill him. So the profitable items are the Impressence, which has the Chaos modifiers. This is very expensive, and yeah, you can sell off the Watcher's Eyes unidentified for profit. So the Watcher's Eyes unidentified, I think it costs around 2 exalts each, unidentified. So if you want to identify, do it at your own risk. There are lots of trash mods, really lots and lots of trash. Like, I give you a very good example. You can have a mod that has precision, something that has to do with precision, and the next one can be something to do with malevolence, the one that has the chaos damage modifier or something like that. I'm not very sure, but yeah, there are lots of mods that are not related to each other, so I would really suggest to sell them unidentified. And yeah, running the Elder will also give you one of the fragment. Sorry, I did not include over here, but yeah, the fragment will also sell for profit. Okay, so the last thing to talk about will be your Carrion Golem builds for the next phase. The question is, Lowlife or chaos inoculation build. So this is a very simple breakdown of it. In Lowlife, it's easier to get your auras up and running because you are utilizing life. But however, you will need to struggle with chaos resistance, which means you need to get chaos resistance on your equipments, items, tree nodes and whatsoever. Next is you will also take chaos damage even with the chaos resistance, which actually many of the bosses or even the new ultimatum league has like some miasma cloud or something like that in the ultimatum mechanic. Yeah, this you will still take damage from it. And the last will be, if you want to run Lowlife, you will definitely need a Prism Guardian, and the cheapest Prism Guardian that I see now costs about 3 exhausts. It is very expensive, but yeah, it is a mandatory item if you want to run Lowlife. Okay, and for the CI build, the Chaos Inoculation, I will say it's harder to get your auras up and running because you are not utilizing life to run them, and you have to look for lots of alternative to reduce your mana reservation, increase your mana, so on and so forth. Yeah, so it's a lot harder. And the good thing is you are ignoring all forms of chaos damage. Like actually, if you were to go and do some research on the endgame bosses or even some of the map bosses or whatsoever, there are actually bosses that just deals chaos damage, and if you take CI, these bosses literally do no damage to you. You can just stand there on your computer for 24 hours and you just see the boss probably just poking you like no other business like that. Yep. However, the items are actually expensive to run your auras. There are lots of specific items to get, so yeah, it might be hard to get them, and you need some form of calculation to really run what intended auras you intend to. Okay, so for personal preference, I of course prefer the CI. As my previous guide, I have done the CI build, but yeah, that build needs a little bit of changes. Okay, the reason why, because I'm just a lazy person, just like probably some of you out there, and I just want to take CI to ignore the chaos damage. Like I don't want to be part of this chaos resist calculation thing. Just take that note and ignore chaos damage totally. I have one less thing to worry. Expensive or not, yes, you definitely have to pay the price for the effectiveness and efficiency. It is expensive because, like I mentioned earlier, there are specific items that you need to get or you need to venture and search to run your auras. Yep. Okay guys, so that's about it for this video. Sorry, it's been a very long video, but I do hope that the guide covers mainly for beginners that are starting out just recently. I hope it covers all the important and useful notes, tools, tips, websites and whatsoever. I don't think I did miss out anything, but yeah, if I did, you can always comment in the section so that you can help the others as well. So yeah, if you like my video, please do remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Following up, I will try to do more contents. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.